No thrifting, no buying craft supplies, no buying clothing.
No fun.
We are close to the end of January, and I have been pretty busy. And so it seems have you. My name is Katie. I am a maker of all things, mainly messes, and I am trying to change that just a little bit. If you're interested in not so aesthetic making and experimenting and sewing and things like that, you've come to the right place. And I have dubbed 2025 to be my no buy year because I buy so much stuff. No thrifting, no buying craft supplies, no buying clothing.
No fun.
Okay, maybe a little bit of fun. It is no buy 25. I have a ladder right here that I haven't taken out of my workshop yet, so that's what I keep leaning on. So if you are new here and you just landed on this channel, what in the world is no buy 25? Let me tell you. In order to kind of curb my spending at thrift stores and maybe stop buying so many craft supplies that I don't actually need, I am challenging myself and anyone who wants to join me to spend 2025 using what we have for the projects that we want to do. The rules I've set up for myself and anybody else as well are no thrifting. This one is already really hard. No buying new to me craft supplies. No new clothing. That includes thrifted clothing. If I want clothing, I'm gonna have to make it. I have to make at least one charitable donation per month. And for each month this year, I have set up mini challenges to kind of help spur some creativity and maybe get me to use up some of what I've got. So for January, not only do I have to follow all those rules, but I have to finish at least one UFO. So how have I done? Let's review my January. Donation? Check. No buying new clothing? Check. No thrifting? Very, very sad check. This one has been really hard for me because I think I use thrifting as an emotional crutch as well as a way to get new supplies. This one's been tough. What about my UFOs? Check. Let me show you what I've managed to get done in a little less than a month. I reattached a button on a pair of pants. I hemmed a different pair of pants. A lot of these are pants related for some reason. I organized my hardware drawer. I hung a ceiling fan and installed a propane heater. I fixed the crotch on these red pants. And I lined the bib of my overalls so that the buttons wouldn't tear off. What could I possibly have left to do? Because I can't really leave it at just 7. I feel like it needs to round up to a nice even 10. So let's find 3 more projects to finish and round out this month on a good note. For my last 3 projects, I want to do a couple of things, of course, because there's 3 of them. The first is I want to put these patches, the Mothman, Skinwalker Ranch, I got my Bhutan patch, and I have the Meddling Kids Club. I'd like to put all of those onto this jean jacket. I don't know where and I don't know how, but hopefully that'll be fairly quick. I also want to try a fabric organization idea that has been rattling around in my head. I actually want to hang a clothing bar from my loft and put some of my fabric on hangers so that it almost feels like when I go thrifting. And finally, I would like to finish up these pants. I made these a year ago, at least. I need to hem the bottoms and then I need to do something with the pockets, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna yell at me about that, but that's okay. It's fine. It's not a problem. So I guess we will start with the patches. I'm gonna iron them on first and see if that works, and then I will hand tack them down if necessary. And we can have a little chat about how this month is going for me, for you guys, for everybody, and we'll see where that takes us. I'm thinking with this jacket, I would like to start with the shoulders. So maybe put this guy over here and then put this one on the other shoulder. And then the 2 round ones, we'll find a place for them somewhere. I like the idea of maybe this jacket becoming kind of a souvenir jacket. I have never really had a jean jacket, period. I have had them, but they're never really my like go-to item. But I love how some people almost wreck them and they become super cool. So we're gonna do that with this guy and we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna heat up my iron and we will put these guys on the shoulders first and go from there. This is not a glue patch. This is a sew-on only patch. Crap. So I guess I'm sewing these on. Damn it. It looks like a glue patch. Look at this. It looks like it should have a sticky. It might be a glue patch. I'm giving it an opportunity to meet my expectations. They are glue patches. Ta-da! Just had to iron it from the backside, and that seemed to work. I am gonna tack them down by hand, but it doesn't need to be done immediately in order for this to be done. So I'm going to do the other sleeve, figure out where the round ones are gonna go, and then I can call this part done. Moving on. I want to organize some of my loose fabrics that I have out and around, and I'm wondering if I hang them up kind of the way they are in thrift stores, it'll provide that dopamine hit of shopping that I'm not getting right now. So my thought is, come over here. This is my loft. I'm wondering if I hang a pole across this way and then I put my fabrics on hangers, I can go shopping when I'm feeling the itch, I guess. I'm going to have to rotate them around fairly frequently, I think, but also I'll see them. I can constantly look at them and I can kind of remind myself that I own these things. So I have a pole, hold on. If you've never used this like plumbing conduit, this stuff is great because it doesn't bend at all, and it's pretty inexpensive. So I'm gonna grab my drill and I am going to hang that guy up in the loft, and then I'm gonna start putting fabric onto hangers and get them up there. Worst thing that happens is that I take it down because I don't like it. Best thing that happens is that I love it and I wish I would have done it weeks or months ago. So let's see how this turns out. I have no idea, but gotta do something. I am gonna start with these things and then use these guys to hang the pole down the correct direction. I think it's gonna be fine. This may also help with some of my insulation. I don't think it could hurt, that's for sure. Oh, don't do that. Come on. Screws are not strong enough to handle my muscle. Good enough. Woo! It's warm up there. I will say that that propane heater is one of the best things I put in here. The ceiling fan is probably the second best thing because we used to struggle to get up to like 45 degrees in the winter, and it is currently 62 degrees in here. 62. Whew, it's nice. Let's see if this works. I assume it will. I mean, it's a pole and 2 hooks. There we go. I could probably, yeah, I think I could hang off of it if I wanted to. Let's get some fabrics, fold them up, put them on hangers, and hang those babies up. I don't think I'm gonna get to the pants today. I don't wanna, and I wanna get done with this. So we're gonna leave it at 9. All right, I've got my healthy stack of fabrics. I have my hangers. Let's get them going. And we will talk a little bit about how we feel about this month, because it's been something. So how has No Buy 25 gone for you so far? Are we having a good time? I am, and I am not, all at the same time. I have been a little surprised at how difficult it has been to not go thrifting. And I think more than anything, I have been missing the ritual of going thrifting. When I would go thrifting, I would get a little treat and get a drink and just spend maybe half a day by myself wandering through thrift stores. It kind of felt like a time to daydream. I would find all these things and think about what I could do with them and how I could upcycle them. It's reinforced with the idea that I'm pulling things out of landfills and I have to change my battery. Hold on. So I have missed that part of it. I've missed just the daydream without the action. I think the trade-off has been, I think about what I could do out here a lot more, but that's not really a daydream because then I have to do something. I I don't always want to do something. I just want to think about doing something. Maybe it's just been more tiring. I don't know. I feel like I don't have that escape anymore. And if I'm being honest, it's probably a good thing to not be dependent on that as an escape, because I think that's where I was getting to the point where I was dependent on it for stress relief. That's been good, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like there's enough of this to hang up. Actually, I don't really even like this. I may throw this away. Shrink. I hope any of that makes sense. The whole like daydream without action was really nice. And now it's like I daydream about it and I may as well do it because it's right here. This is what I've got. And what's been nice is that I have gotten a lot done out here. I have really needed to put in that alternate heat source for a year because it does get real cold out here. And I don't know about you guys, but we're supposed to get down to like 5 degrees tonight and tomorrow. So being able to come out here and not freeze all of my parts off makes me happy. So that productivity part has been nice. I just am missing the balance of the escape part of it. Now it feels like I'm retraining my brain to not need that as much. But she's 42 years old. It is very difficult to teach old dogs new tricks. She and I are having to partner together and have some really good conversations about why we should probably not go thrifting as much. She does not agree with me all the time. You know, I have a pair of pants that I started somewhere made out of this purple corduroy, but I don't have any idea where those pants are. I should find them at some point. Not today, but at some point. Now, there's an upside to all of this. Hopefully you guys are seeing some upsides as well. I am having to make very deliberate and intentional decisions with what I want to buy. Because not having a thrifting option means that, for instance, I said organizational things I could buy, but I know if I go to a thrift store looking for organizational things, I'm gonna find all of the other things that I don't need to be buying. So I have had to be very careful about what I choose for my organizational pieces so that I'm getting exactly what I need, not just what I want, but what I need, and I'm not spending a ton of money on it, because if I get stuff I don't need and it wastes money, that's not the point of this whole thing. So being deliberate has been good. It has been very challenging though, but it has been good. Nice. Cool. I gotta find more fabric. I have 3 or 4 more hangers. A few more pieces can go up here. Another thing that I've really been considering is there is one project that I'd like to do this year that I think is going to require that I go thrifting. And that project is I would like to find a sewing machine at a thrift store and refurbish it. In my 10 practical tips video, I talked about how you should probably at least start with a secondhand sewing machine. So I am all about, you know, walking the walk and talking the talk. So if I'm going to recommend that as something for new sewists to do, I think it would be a really great idea for me to do that and show what the process actually looks like. Because it's not an easy process necessarily, but it is a valuable process. Stop it. Oh, you need a trim, friend. While I am not asking for your permission to break my own rule, I am kind of telling you in advance that it's going to happen at some point for educational purposes, if you will. But before it happens, I need to clear this place out even more so that I have space for a sewing machine that I refurbish. And I don't see that happening for at least a couple of months. It is slowly happening. Slow. So slow. Hopefully you guys will forgive me a little bit for that. It's for a good cause. It's for you guys and for me. So that's my one exception to my no thrifting rule right now. Now remember, I did talk about in my video that at the end of each month, I can go over what I've learned, refresh the rules if I need to, but there's a part of me that's like, whoa, we are less than 30 days into this. Give yourself some time to get through the withdrawal phase and then start planning how you can reincorporate it. I'm not gonna be looking for that sewing machine just yet, but it is coming at some point this year. And I'm very excited about it. That one I think will be really, really cool. Here's my progress so far. I love it. I actually think this is going to turn out really, really well. It might be a really good way to turn over some fabrics that I've had for a while. So yeah, cheap, fast, easy, just like me. I guess my next question is to you guys. How has this month gone for you? Whatever rules you have put down for yourselves, how has it gone for you? Have you learned any lessons about yourself just yet? I am really surprised at how often I think about thrifting right now. I didn't realize that it was that like front of mind for me. So it has been eye-opening to force myself to not do this. And I'm interested to see how this moves on in the coming months. So what about you guys? What have you figured out? Do you need to change up your rules at all? Or change the way this challenge looks for you? Let me know down below. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should go over to my Ko-fi page. We have a little group over there as well that is participating in this. To all of my makers that support me on Ko-fi, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I love you. If you would like to become a maker, it is only $2 a month and it helps support stuff going on here. You guys help to pay for the heating system that's in here so that I can actually work in here when it's cold outside. So thank you so much for that part. If you don't want to do $2 a month, it's not a big deal. Nothing else changes. I am just happy that you are here, that you guys are so supportive of not just me, but each other. The conversations that happen in the comments are amazing. So thank you so much for all of that. Here's a reminder for February. Not only do you need to do your donation, no thrifting, no buying new craft supplies. For me, no more clothing. February is try a new pattern month. I have a pattern that I am testing out and I'm gonna show you guys how that goes. I haven't really started, I cut it out. I haven't really started on it other than that. That's coming up sometime soon in February. Start looking for patterns that either you have wanted to try or that you think you can't figure out, because February is our month. We are going to do this together. We're going to figure it out. And that's it for now. I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below, like or dislike, whatever. It's fine. Everything's great. And I'll see you next time. All right. Bye. And do you want to know what I was going to do to these pants that was going to make you yell at me? I'm actually going to take the pockets out of them. The pockets are way too low. They're way too low. I did not know where to put the pockets when I made these pants, so I'm going to take them out. I may do external pockets on them, but the fabric is not super great for external pockets, but I cannot function with the pockets that I have on there right now. But I don't feel like doing that right now, so I might record it at some point. I might not. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.